It's actually a bit counterintuitive. In a lot of cases, I mean, we were sort of lay people. We follow what's going on politically, in the world and in the Middle East specifically, and we thought that they were escaping, Al Qaeda or ISIS or the ruthless authoritarian government, which is persecuting their particular religious sect or community, etc. In a lot of cases, that's sort of at a macro level, and the surprising part is you learn and discover that in many cases, it's a reason at the much more micro level, that there's some reason why their family is in danger because of just a conflict with a neighbor or a community or tribal elder, or there's some real estate dispute, or there's some financial transaction that went awry, and they perceive either their life as an individual or that of their family to be in danger. And that the only escape, because in those societies, they don't necessarily have that mobility. I mean, you hypothetically might think effortlessly of someday moving from Durham, North Carolina to Charlotte. And they don't think, well, I can move 2 hours away and pick up my life and start from scratch and get a job and get a home. They think that there's a physical element of danger incorporated into that scenario, and they really need to flee. So we were surprised at that. Non-Syrians, it was because there was some issue at the micro level where they felt compelled to flee. For the Syrians, in many cases, it was because they were afraid of, the rise and control of ISIS in their neighborhoods, or the threat from the Syrian government. For example, we met one refugee whose parents were, she's a 25-year-old girl whose parents were very politically active against the Bashar al-Assad regime in Syria. Her and her sisters adopted that mentality from their parents, and her father was forcibly removed from their home randomly one day by the Syrian security services, and he hasn't been heard from in over 3 years, and their family doesn't know whether he is alive or dead. So they fled because they just perceived it was unsafe. Now, I will tell you, I know this isn't a directly part of your question, but I think this is an interesting element. In some cases, the refugees are fleeing because they belong to a particular sect where they either they're starting to be persecuted, or they fear it, and therefore they want to flee and escape.